Hello, welcome everyone to the early morning of Le Mans. Straight onto the track. I hope everything works. It should be on. Stream should be live. Chat is on. Dober večer. And hello. We are doing an outlap in the practice server. It's, well, I had to kind of spam the join server button to find the server because they are very populated. But yeah, it's what, 12 minutes to go. So I am about to finish my outlap and kind of do a quali sim. So actually just in time to cross the line to start an actual lap. So let's see the lap times. It's gonna be quite a fun evening into sunset conditions today. But it's been 2 years, guys. 2 years. I feel like I just started to stream. I don't even have everything set up the way that I would want to. But oh well, I was changing teams, we were changing the graphics help. But old team, and I never knew what's the exact conditions, how much it's my effort, how much the old team would help me and so on. But well, it's been 2 years. Actually more than 2 years of my streaming, as I started to stream rFactor 2 initially. A bit more often, and then went to LMU when it went the first version of Early Access exactly 2 years ago. Would you believe? Either way, let's not live too much in the past, although I want to kind of use the chance for some memories today. But yeah, that's the more relevant questions and thoughts are actually, which is the best hypercar? Yeah, I don't know, the Ferrari is an interesting one. Right, what am I doing? I need motor map, less or less understeer at high speed. Yeah, we are driving the Peugeot, the wingless Peugeot today. Which is not a Ferrari. So let's see. The Ferrari is surely a very good pick everywhere at the moment. Hello Pedro, hello. Hi Charlie. But yeah, I think the Peugeot is really decent as well. Probably the Valkyrie is good. Porsche is not bad. But you know, there is 12 cars, 12 hypercars. Well, the Glickenhaus is not really good here. Vanwall is barely a hypercar. But most other cars, it's hard to get a good view into Bob. With teammates we've done a bit of a Bob test of most cars and got kind of some feeling. But this old Peugeot is actually really decent. So hopefully it's quick enough to win today. Let's see. It's funny after driving a Valkyrie for quite a while to switch to this car. There is some braking issue with the Valkyrie. It locks up so easily. Like with this Peugeot I can be so much more aggressive on the brakes, so brake so much later. And it's not, I mean, it has, you know, slightly hotter brakes. The Valkyrie really cools down the fronts. But it's not about that. It's just about the intensity of lockup when it happens. The Valkyrie is crazy about it. Hope I can avoid getting impeded at the chicanes. Let's see the lap time. (24.6), okay. Yeah, these softs, I don't know, they are overheating kind of towards the end of the second lap, so... But mediums don't really heat up in time. It's kind of cold. 27 Celsius. Sector 1 wasn't great, but yeah, let's keep going. Wingless Peugeot greater than all. Yeah, let's see. Hopefully that's the case. It's such a nice car, and actually it's a good kind of throwback car because we have driven or seen more of it in the first some months of Le Mans Ultimate when it came out. It's a bit too late. Ferrari was the worst. Well, Ferrari was the best, but then it was bopped so hard, and despite all the bop, it was still really good. And then it was bopped even more, so... But now everything is kind of reset. Right. Hello Andre, hi Carosi. About session, or race session, it's 120 minutes, so it's basically 3 stints. Or just less than, a bit less than 3 stints, but let's see. Like the new F1 Aston, well... F1 Aston, oh dear. I mean the Valkyrie is at least quick. And the BMW is still worse on the brakes than the Valkyrie. They removed the... yeah, they did something to help the brakes before, right? But I mean they were locking before, but it wasn't reducing the grip, but now... I mean, with BMW you can still have quite many micro lockups. And it's not gonna impede your brakes too much, but then let's say Valkyrie or Cadillac, if you lock up with those, then you're in different kinds of big trouble. The weather system, we wish, one day. Yeah, the wet physics here, the wet weather and everything is really not developed at all. It's just like copy paste. I mean, now the real road and the track drying up, that's good. But just the way that the rain comes and the way that you can set it up, I don't know. It's not bad, but we need aquaplaning, we need puddles, we need better appearance, better graphics, like the raindrops and so on. They are like from 20 years ago graphics. I mean, let's practice the pit entry. Not bad. Actually, maybe let's just try a quick launch. Oh yeah. We will survive. How many more minutes we have? It's loading. This is our year. Yeah, 3rd year of LMU. The year when people from iRacing and from F1 Codemasters flock to our beloved sim en masse. Reinschnick, well, enjoy. Sounds like it's gonna be a great fun for you. Like there is issue with GT3s at the moment still, so the bop is applied at wrong spot in the car. So some cars are pretty crazy. I heard that the Aston is really good, but on the limit. So I don't know, like where did I read it? In some Discord that you can decrease the rear ARB by 2 clicks and it's gonna be more drivable. Or well, just if the safe setup is stable, then that's fine. The devs, well, the devs surely play hypercars. I mean, I know a couple of devs personally. Maybe Dennis is in the chat. He can directly answer. He's basically same pace as I, so. But yeah, it's really like it's a great company. Like they're really all enjoying their own sim. And as Devin himself says, one of the devs, he just like, it's good to have money, but he like the salary from it, but he just wants a good sim, so he's gonna keep spending time on it either way. So that's a really good mentality to have in the studio, like in the developers. Yeah, I will rather not think how long I'm doing sim racing for. But it was, wait, F1 2000 from ISI was the first actual sim that I played. It kept crashing, I couldn't launch it. Would you believe it that after 5 different games built upon the same physics, I'm still having crashes. Well, today the game crashed twice in the practice server. What was it? 2002? Yeah, I've been sim racing. Well, that was on keyboard, so does keyboard matter, or like, does it count as part of a sim rig? Jay O'Sullivan, I am enjoying. Well, I hope I will be enjoying more than you will enjoy your Cadillac, right? You were joining with Caddy, I think. I saw you. I forgot what car. Okay, this balance is nice. I'll just practice pit entry once more, and then we join the server. What is going on with my millimoles? Dear Sugar, I need 2 seconds after boxing. Ah, that's too early on the break. Ah, alright. Daniel, I am using the Go setup, although I did a couple of clicks to make it more tailored to what I want. Hence the J at the Go, right? Right. 30 seconds and I'm back. That was less than 30. I am speed. Okay. Allocating splits, event underway. Join. Alright, I think this is gonna be quite a nice race, but yeah, we need to survive lap 1. I think this is the first time we drive no tire warmers with the hypercars in the online system. Ah, BMW, Shay, okay. Yeah, it's not bad. Like the BMW, I tested it. It's one of the quickest, I think. Thank you, Scoofe. LMP2 on the next one. Okay, 12 hours in LMP2. Gonna be nice. Yeah, I was surprised when I checked at some point. Hypercar grid was the smallest. Like there were more LMP2s than hypercars. And I don't know, I feel like the hypercars are much more enjoyable than before the update, but they are trickier for sure. Loads of people, including yourself, had the game crash just before the race. Oh no. Lep pozdrav, super sick. So yeah, I had 2 crashes in the practice sessions. I submitted the logs, the traces, and I got told that the game failed to load some texture, either from vehicles or from the track. So I deleted Le Mans from game data locations, or game data installed locations. It's not the game data, it's just installed locations. And I deleted all installed vehicles. And then I did the verify game file integrity. So it downloaded the 20 gigabytes and I hope it's gonna work. Hope is gonna work. Hello Jasko. Robert, 2 years of LMU have flown by indeed. Next 2 years in terms of content. So but pretty sure we get the ALMS, right? We have to get the Asian Le Mans series. Let's just load the setup. Come on, load. Close. Right. 3 minutes. And practice the outlap. What's part of Asian Le Mans series? We get Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sepang, Split 5. Alright, well, good luck. I mean, we have, we will get, what will we get? We get the Genesis hypercar for 26. And the Ford and McLaren for 27. Probably, eventually some new GT3s. I don't know how many tracks they have. I know that the ALMS is quite short and they kind of do 2 races on 1 track. So it is only 3 tracks, okay. I mean, that's alright. We have 13 now. We get Barcelona 14. Add 3 more, it's 17. Along with all the different layouts that you can use. Which, well, Bahrain and Bahrain Outer are really 2 different tracks. They just produce 2 very different racing. Well, you can have the Paul Ricard with the long straight or with the chicane, and suddenly the setup changes dramatically. Or you can have the Paul Ricard short that cuts across after the finish straight. You know, we have quite good track selection at that point, but surely some, you know, historic Le Mans layouts, historic Spa layout, Suzuka would be nice, Nordschleife, all the American tracks. Yeah, I don't know, IMSA would be a game changer. I just hope that we get just further refinements in the tire model, because now finally after so many years they managed to eliminate the slip angles, the excessive slip angles. Now they just need to actually fine-tune it to handle even better, to have even a better feeling. Thank you, Ace. New Lambo GT3, yeah, some, well, and we will lose the Alpine, right? IMSA have many contracts. We have contract with AMS2, right? We desperately need IMSA. Like those tracks would just they would add so much to it. I don't think we struggle with the variety of cars, to be honest, because the different hypercars, different GT3s and so on, just produce so much different, like different feelings. You can really like not get bored, I think. Beep beep beep, okay. Stop the car. Escape. Qualify. Alright. Quick check of the setup without me leaking something. I should be fine. Tires, okay. Yeah, let's fuel up for 2 laps and see what happens. Acura with IMSA would be nice, yeah. Acura instead of Alpine would be interesting. But no, I hope at some point we get kind of some overhaul of, well, I don't know how it's called, like shaders or... Well, Pedro, as you were talking to me about how good Assetto Corsa 1 looks like, I wish some details in LMU could be updated graphically, for sure. But maybe mostly the wet stuff, like the spray well, the smoke as well, but the spray, the wet physics, the aquaplaning. They need to fix the cuts as well. There is many things they have to do, and they have to completely overhaul the UI because the main menu and the graphics and the slideshow that flashes your face fully red, that's just not great. And yeah, I think there is a very good amount of work and very good amount of potential development, or improvements for the next 2 years that will keep us busy. And the historic Le Mans cars, yeah, well, that's... I hope. I think if they market them correctly, they could be a very good, well, very lucrative DLC for them. And there is for sure quite a sizable historic appreciators community in sim racing. Many still stuck on R-Factor 2, including me, as I love to do some historic races. How are the tires? I don't know at what point... Wait, 6 new tires. I thought we get 12. I guess we only get 10? I'm confused. Pure, oh yeah. Pure for AC. Now that thing is really great to look at. Steam is down and oh. Yure, rip. Well, thank you for the message. I hope stuff stays stable. Either way, time to focus. There is many Ferraris that want to qualify ahead of me and beat me in the race. But I'm not the only Peugeot. We have Erzen as well. Also, I hope that audio is fine. I think in my last stream there was a problem with... I mean, first the chat was invisible on stream and then the audio was... like it was cutting me a bit. And it was a bit too silent, so... Well, hopefully all works. 17th historic in Le Mans, that would be so great. Anyway, time to send it. Let's go. And the tires are a bit cold, but it's soft. Gonna be fine. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, the tires were just slightly too cold for the first chicane. But I needed them for 2 laps, so... Hi Alex. Yes, looks like. Colin, why did you not join? I need to see some purple sectors. But yeah, this, the old Peugeot seems quicker than the new Peugeot here now. I have the wingless. There you go. Alright, Colin. There is a purple. Živi Roman. Just afraid of me. Okay, copy. This TC seems to be very intrusive, but then at turn 1, you remember I almost lost it, so don't know what to do with TC. Solid banker, 24-4, okay. Biller already pit. Well, I do one more. Okay, well, whatever. Let's practice. I did the strict cuts, right? I did most of my laps on default, but they used strict for this. And strict is very strict. Okay, I mean, P2 at the moment, I will not complain about P2. Especially when it was done with extra lap of fuel and with slightly underheated tires. Indeed, look, indeed, I love a bit of Peugeot now and then. But this one really feels much better than the new one for some reason. The new Peugeot is just like kind of undrivable. Maybe the default setups are, surely it's the default setups. This one was just straight out of the box, really pleasant. I would... Oh! Right. Well, why is it... You know, offline I was able to go much further. I was able to go off track and keep the right two tires on the curb. But now it was white line. So here now it was much stricter than offline. Is it a known bug? I think it's a known bug. I read about it somewhere now that I think of it again. The track limits are... Well, that's for sure one of the things that has to be worked on hard, because it's just a complete mess. I mean, it kind of works, because for the first time ever in the games you can lift to avoid a cut, but it's just far away from being well optimized. In VMS, I'm not fully sure. Like, I would have to work on the actual setup for the new Peugeot. I don't think anybody in VMS has taken the old Peugeot. .23s would be doable here. Okay, box. Still P... Ah, P2, okay. I wanted to say still P2, and in that exact moment O'Sullivan comes through. Take the pole. Well, GG's. Second row for me. But I get the tow into turn 1, which is not bad either. BMW is good. Hello Marius, Silverstone. I know that I'm not gonna win because there is a Ferrari on the grid. And the Ferrari will win Silverstone. Was O'Sullivan on mediums? I didn't even pay attention. That's interesting. But yeah, the Valkyrie, I think the Valkyrie is not bad at Silverstone. In the fixed advanced dailies on Tuesday, it felt really good compared to most other cars. Could be mediums. Yeah, he did 2 hot laps in a row, and honestly the softs are kind of melting, like deep into 80, touching 90, and that's really not soft territory anymore. But yeah, I've not tested tires, really. Arda was on mediums as well, okay. Well, I guess it makes sense if you do a single hot lap to be on soft. But if you do a double, just be on medium. And maybe the peak pace of soft is a bit better, but it's hard to replicate it, maybe. I don't know. Did I like that bop? I mean, the bop at Le Mans is really not that bad, I think. But we will see next week. He was on soft. Okay. Alright. Well, we go to my race setup. We take new mediums. And I double check 1 or 2 things. Think we... wait. We can... I mean, we could use less cooling here. But I don't want to find out. And I hope the game stays alive. Switch soft when I escaped. Okay. GT3 advantage at Silverstone. I honestly don't follow the current BOP. There is a bit of a problem with BOP at the moment, again, with the weight, like BOP being added wrongly. Well, Lambo was usually great at tracks that had downforce corners. McLaren wasn't too bad either. And Porsche, I honestly don't know. Like, it's very different now. Nico Rosberg. Well, we're in the race session. Let's go. No crashes. Hello, Mark. Ooh, we have medium, soft. Okay. Is that a Ferrari thing? Soft, medium. It's a joke, right? Or they are just setting their pit menu now? I mean, I hope everybody goes soft and then just fully drop off, but I think this is a medium situation. A lot of softs on the rears. I'm really surprised. Is Peugeot good on Fuji? I mean, Peugeot is either the wingless or the winged Peugeot. There are 2 Peugeots and they drive very differently. I think the main problem of both of them is that they cannot get the power down. Or actually, yeah, out of last corner they can kind of get the power down, but the acceleration is terrible. So it's not that great. But it's probably not bad. Usually, if I drive the Peugeot at Fuji, I am stuck behind either a Ferrari or a Cadillac or a BMW, and I just cannot overtake. Alrighty, we are all on the medium, so it was all just the UI messing us up. Great. Right, well, let's have a nice party. 2 hours of Le Mans. Exactly 2 years after it was launched. Still remember very freshly driving the new LMP2 around Portimao. That was the most populated daily of week 1. There was a very loud Niels Naujoks screaming and kind of complaining about the game. Well, thank you for all the GLs. Let's see how it goes. So I think I have really good top speed. I think I have better brakes than O'Sullivan. He will struggle on the brakes because of BMW things. And not sure about Biller. And Arda in the other wingless Peugeot will be keeping me honest. Is that allowed? I think they fixed something about braking and stopping on the formation. And like about getting a drive-through for it. PTSD from BMW, oh yeah. I mean, it's nice when you drive it and people from behind cannot overtake. Oh no. What was that? I didn't practice my starts. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Rewind. Arda struggling with traction as well. Oh dear, okay. No damage. Tactical cut. How many points we have? 6 points, okay. That's actually not much of a cut. A quarter a point. It wasn't even TC off, it was just like 4 cut. I don't get it. Anyway, we P6, that's fine. But yeah, that's kind of one of Peugeot not strength, trying to put the power down and actually accelerating. No wing, okay. Well, I mean at 60 kph the wing doesn't really matter too much. Speed, we have the speed. P5. And we haven't lost too much. But yeah, cold tires are colder than before. The Ferrari is keeping in the tow. Pure tech power. Yeah, I mean the drag is low enough, so probably this car has the best top speed. wonder why nobody in top 8 at least is with the Valkyrie. It's been broken quick before at Le Mans. Okay, I need the tow. We've got the tow, 4/10. Peugeot strong together. Would be nice if we all get through the Ferrari in P3. O'Sullivan is quick in the BMW. I think this new tire model is actually more stable in the Porsche curves. Oh. Okay. Thought for a moment it's one of the leaders. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean he was stationary, so I just said, well, we can do it flat out around. I gained so much on the entry. Maybe my TC is a bit too restrictive on the exit, or maybe it's just the accordion effect. Dennis, don't look at it. I did everything exactly like I should, but then the glucose decided it has different plans. I have no idea where it came from. Anyway, insulin added to the system, so it's gonna start dropping. I mean, it was dropping like crazy, and then I had a little bit more bread. But then it just like spiked right back up before the bread even had time to get absorbed. Well, happens. So I have some advantage over Arda. Wouldn't it be too great to let P1, P2 just drive away? I have to go for it. And Arda knows. Well, that's back into P3. But now there is a bit of a gap ahead, and that's not too great, but let's see. We need basically, high 25s. Though I have 2% more energy than P1 and P2. So that's... oh, that's around, what, half a second to 1 second gain in the pit stop. That would have been a high 25. Hello, Nicholas. Yeah, the Alpine is a bit weird. I mean, it's been much weirder before. It's quite a pleasant car now, but I've not really gone too deep into it. I wanted to test it at Silverstone fixed, but it was a bit slow. Peugeot used 0.2% less. Well, I hope that accumulates over the race. Giulio Urban, how do you donate? Well, there is a link in the description that's been recently added, where I don't have the donation goals yet, but maybe I add that one day. But yeah, I basically added it to assure that if the supporters want me to keep live streaming, even when maybe the teams in the future will not help me, let's say, put the content together, get the reels, the stuff done, the graphics, that I can finance it myself without using too much of my own time. And I'm not really a content creator, like a social media guy, so... and so on. Hello, Tom. Well, Arda is dropping away. I have some pace here. And have you seen that lockup? If that lockup happened with the Valkyrie, I would be in the wall now. Or at least in the off-track. Hello, Knorr. Thank you for the sub. Is the link not working? But yeah, it should be the same link. The only thing I changed was put the link to the tipping page from 3rd row to the 1st row in the stream description, so I guess something broke there. But it would be the same exact link. I don't know, like Streamlabs / Yernasim/tip or something like that. Yeah, I'll check for the stream if something broke there. And I can hear that Streamlabs is double sending the new subscriber notification sound as well. Still, I don't know why, but alright. We are catching Biller. And everybody's cutting crazy. Thank you, Urban. Much appreciated. So the link works. Great to see. I will keep going. I will keep going for sure. It's been 2 years of LMU. I enjoy it at the moment far more than any other sim. Although I have a bit of itch to do some R-Factor 2 at some day. But I need good competition for that, and there is no really good competition apart from the occasional historic rounds. But yeah, 2 years of LMU, let's keep it going for 10 more. Biller took 1.5 in a lap, wow, okay. I'm catching Biller, that's for certain. Well, I'm on 2 cuts as well already. So let's slow it down. Not the pace, just the rate of cutting. I don't know how it is with the tire temps. So the Peugeot is interesting because the front left is getting quite heated up. But it's called track temp, so it's not really an issue. But the rears are quite cold. In-game time 21:23. The sunset is really late at Le Mans. Traffic time? Soon. Let's catch them all on the straight. I would love some lucky traffic today. Oh, that's a GT3. It would be another 25.8. Yeah, let's stop cutting. That's a 5th gear corner. Doesn't really make sense to downshift to 4th. O'Sullivan got held up. Hope I don't get now. I'm close. Close enough. Yeah, it's traffic time. It's officially traffic time. Hi Vlad. Well, race started a bit sideways, but it's going well now. Do I get the BMW? I won't get him. Lift and coast. Ah, this was Jure. Glad he made it in the server eventually. The main reason that hypercars are slower. Hard to say. I mean, it's just a different grip on the tire. The tire is the biggest change for sure. Ah, that's unlucky. That's extremely unlucky. They got them all on the straight. Well, actually O'Sullivan lost the position there. That's good news. I lost so much time here. Well, let's get it back. big dive. Well, got the time to O'Sullivan back. More than back. But Bieler, oof, he was lucky. Actually, this has been super lucky overall. Wow. It doesn't happen often that the leaders actually lose more than P3, P4 and so on. The queue always kind of stretches when the traffic hits for the first time. Well, I have 3K sub parties in my mind, ideas. Most of them are Ash Factor 2 though, and I don't know if that would be actually that appreciated. But you can count on whatever I will do, it will be something unusual. I don't want just another race. Alright, closing in on guys ahead. Actually, I had one weird LMU idea. Would be a couple of races around Qatar, but there are no track limits, no rules at all, so just do whatever. That could be maybe fun. The 3K is gonna arrive quite soon, right? Looking forward. This tire really benefits from not overdoing it in high speed. There is just not any extra grip, you just need to like glide it gently. Actually, I watched Kevin Estre on board from 25 race with the Porsche. It was really remarkably similar the way that it drove in high speed compared to my experience in LME now. We are in the tow. Let's go. So that Porsche, well, it was a night stint, or yeah, night racing. And Estre, the way that he was driving, or the way that his Porsche behaved in high speed, with that kind of wobbling of the front, he turns in and then it goes kind of understeer, oversteer, understeer. Well, not really oversteer, but there's just like jumping from balance to understeer. It's remarkably similar to my feeling in LMU now. Although his quali lap, the pole position, was more sideways than these cars can produce. The 1.2, oh yeah. The BMW is cooked. If I overtake now, he's gonna get me back. Problem is that he has, well, not 1.2, but I don't know, 12.2 liter engine compared to the Peugeot. If I went for the move, he would get me back. If I didn't go for the move, I'm still back, but I didn't waste time, I saved fuel. So saving fuel is always nice. At least when the gap to P1 is not increasing. Yeah, indeed, it was proper sleep angle simulator. But like in a good way, like in a very kind of nice way. Better way than R Factor 2. Three laps to go of the stint. And that's a 25.4. Ooh. Not too much degradation going on, right? How was that not a cut? Look at the delta. Well, top speed, here we go. Run! Me too. 336 it was, okay. That's quite nice. He's coming, but not close enough. Well, Arda is P4, yeah, like he was on the second row next to me. He got me on the start. Had a bit of a sideways moment as well in the first chicane. But I have some pace for some reason, some extra pace. I mean, we are both on the Go setup, newly released today, but as I said before, I did a couple of clicks before because I wanted to like adjust the balance slightly to my liking. The clicks seem to be working. So what to do with the strategy? I have 2 fresh tires. Yeah, they have not forgot the wingless, yeah. I don't know why this quick. I mean, it's kind of a Le Mans car. If it's not quick anywhere else, it should be quick at Le Mans. Ah, messed up the chicane. Messed up the 24. Oh no. Man, I'll have trouble driving the Valkyrie around here when we drive it at VMS and Tatum Championships. This car can just go on the brakes so aggressively. Bonjour, Pierre. At Goobingtons, we went car racing. Some traffic, some slipstream. And now the French leader is getting caught by the French machine. O'Sullivan is enjoying a bit of my toe still. That's not best. So, strategy. We will have like 75. We have to change tire, right? I don't think it will make any sense to keep going. We are at 75 after one stint, we are gonna be on 25 at the end. I mean, 25 is not the end of the world. Don't change. It's gonna be hard to pick them up, but yeah, again, look at the wear. O'Sullivan overcooked that corner. That curb is lava. And that's a cut. 7.5, okay. .24.4 for Biller, while the lap times are going crazy fast. There is no tire warmers. None. That pop looks good. Assuming we are all same fast on same fast setups. Although, you know, I'm a sim racer, or let's say I'm a racer, so don't judge me when I think I'm of course on the better setup. Well, I have the Go setup and I have put my own clicks over it, so my setup is actually much better. And then I'm driving, so that's even better, but we're still on the same pace. So they must be actually on quicker cars, right? I'm outperforming the car to stay with them. Nah, I like what I see with the Bob at least here for a top 3. Must be the Bob. I don't know about tire. Do it. Okay, green. Phew. 76%. At some point it's gonna be a problem, I think. And in the night it's gonna accelerate the wear. Let me... Oh, what are you doing? Clicked itself, the encoder, into a spin. Biller will do the whole race on the same tire or what? Well, let's do it for the science, right? You tried it. Did you try with the Peugeot? I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be in trouble with the tire wear. Maybe I wore the tires a bit too much. It could be a Ferrari thing. Anyway. I can take Quali Softs for the night on the right side, if I feel like. But yeah, I'll have a bit of a funny outlap now. Let's see how it goes. Oh, he goes for an unsafe release. Arda did what I did. Wait, no, actually, Arda is doing all 4. And I think for the next pit stop then we have 11 laps or so, and we change the right side. Okay, let's survive the outlap now. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, he's on old tires. Arda changed all 4. O'Sullivan changed all 4. Interesting. It's pulling me to the right, like it feels so strange. Careful. Grip. Okay, 40 Celsius, that's fine. Yeah, let's see how that works for Biller. Let's see. Oh, the aero push. Let's go. $50, $51, $54. Okay, I think we are safe now. We'll have to do one more overtake, but that's fine. Yeah, low speed is even creepy now. Okay, 10.7, 10.8 to Biller. I guess it's gonna be 11.5 for the start line. And then we try to bring that down. It's much better to do the transition to cold medium now at 22 Celsius compared to later on sub 20. Whoopsie. Creep. Still not fully up to temp. Okay, now the tires are happy. It's not a 24 simulation, so next week it's gonna be, right? But today is just a nice sunset. Oh. Well, take the position. Tried. No damage. Just lagged a little bit of grip still. But it's a party, not esports, so... It wasn't too bad of a lockup. That's fine. I would be so scared without the radar now. Okay, right, it's a P2. Ard and O'Sullivan with all four new are far behind. We have some clean air ahead. What is this? Corner speed. 10.5 gap over the line. Yeah, I don't feel the lockup at all, so it was just a small one, I think. Sure, I don't want a hand massage at the end of the race. So I wonder, if you take 4 new tires, you're gonna lose so much time. I wonder, like, if you take 2 new tires and struggle with the grip for a lap or 2, will you lose half of what you lose with 4 new? Or will you lose much less than half? Because probably you lose 10 seconds or more when you change all 4. But when you change 2, the other 2 take the work away, and actually, like, the car is not that bad. This is not a great corner to dive into, but I didn't have a choice. I mean, it's not half as bad, I think. Maybe it's a quarter as bad. Or maybe it's half, I don't know. But I mean, you can see from the gaps, right? I lost 4.5 for a tire change, and I was like 11.5 behind. So it's 7 seconds lost with low grip tire, but others lost almost 20? Well, 30 compared to the leader. Yeah, a bit of Bob tourism is gonna be the case. For a little while, I imagine. Oh no, can we get through? We can. Just about. Beautiful. That curb is closer than it feels. Well, the anti-cut. Matching Biller now. How would you say Pug in French? Is it just like Peugeot? In Slovenian, we would only... Oh, that's a cut. We would only use 2 letters for that. Alpha point, okay, well. We have so many available cut points. Podge. I mean, I'm trying to now spell it in English, right? Hoagie. Ooh, LMP2s ramming themselves. No! Peugeot. I mean, the whole is Peugeot, right? But just like a shortened Pug. A bit of understeer. Peugeot. Let's go. It reminds me of the time when I was a kid and I thought it's two different car brands. One was Renault, the other one was Renault. Took me a while to realize it's the same thing. Then suddenly there were no Renaults, like only Renaults were parked around. Traffic is slightly difficult. 9 seconds to the leader. Wait, what tires? What tires are Arden O'Sullivan on now? Are they qualified on mediums, right? I mean, they must have. I forgot what we said after the actual quali. But yeah, we got 10 tires. They started on mediums, they changed all 4, so unless they had at least 2 medium in quali, they would not be able to change to 4 new mediums. I guess they... yeah, they take new ones on the left and quali mediums on the right and go till the end. Meanwhile, I have the chance to take quali softs for the right side, if I wish. That's a misplaced LMB2. Fuel has been saved. Let's break that gap down. I'll blame the LMP2s. I mean, it's just unlucky, right? Bieler probably had a clean lap. But I keep getting LMP2s right when it's absolutely impossible to overtake for 3 corners in a row. With the Pitot. What is the Pitot? Is it the Peugeot with the T? I need a drink. Tube in front on the windshield. Ah, okay, that's called a Pitot. I didn't even know. I'll have to research after to learn more. Oh, we have Jardier in this race. I didn't even realize before. Quite a party. That was a bit late. That gap just will not go down. But I'm surprised that O'Sullivan and Erzen are not closing in. The gap is stable. Teaming up with Jardier, well, never thought of it, to be honest. Well, it would be an awesome option or opportunity, for sure. But we never really talked or were part of the same, I don't know, series, championship or whatever, so... Come on, low 25s. It all starts with a friendly message. It does. Czech and Slovenians, well, we are South Slavic, they are kind of Central or Medium Slavic. It's kind of slightly different. But well, I mean, I guess Jardier has, I don't know, 100 times bigger community and so on, so would be basically me joining him wouldn't be really a joint work or collaboration in that aspect. Like I guess I would bring pace and strategy and setup, and he would bring the community in that aspect. For now. That weave was not worth of the slipstream. Lost more by weaving than I gained with the slipstream. Now I'm gaining on P4, P5. That's very interesting. Well, what I need now is Biller to change to 4 softs and me to get closer than 5 seconds and change only one side of tires. And then it's gonna get interesting. Lacking the front grip. I don't know if softs will ever work on the front right anyway. Look, it's the Go setup. It was uploaded. Well, it's not uploaded yet actually. I don't know. It's kind of a preview, maybe. Although I did my clicks on it. I just realized now, yeah, like the Go setups will be released on Monday, I think. For Le Mans. But well, I mean, I'm a Go setup engineer myself, so I have the early access. I think I might just send this over to Erhan to just double check with him, because I really like just a couple of clicks that I did. Maybe he double checks himself. It's not available to use. I'm sorry. I mean, next week we have a lot of Le Mans coming, so there will be time to get them and to use them. Green track limit copy. I don't work with George now. I mean, there are like within Go setups, it's like we have like a couple of groups that kind of work together. Some people also do it on their own sometimes in a group, so like with the amount of hypercars on the new tires now, it's kind of it's difficult to organize it for the perfect speed of building the setups. But the cars are still cars, right? The tires are still the same dimension, more or less. So mechanically and aerodynamically, the old setups are not too bad. Just need some adjustment and fine-tuning. Otherwise, they can be fully undrivable on the old setup, but a couple of educated clicks make them a very solid base. Ah, too much curb. Well, I'm gaining. 7.3, 7.2. Absolutely perfect Lexus. Such a lovely car. Oh, and there are some cars that will make my first chicane very pleasant. How to reduce bump effect? That's a hard question. Wasn't too bad with the GT Freeze. PP2, you mean like LMP2? Well, for the bumps, what you need is softer suspension and more ride height. And then, about the dampers, it's a tricky one. Because you would kind of need a bit more damping to, well, to dampen the bumps, but it just can make them even bumpier. Jardir was saying the Cadillac is difficult to drive. It is. I've heard that if you touch the brakes with it, it's gonna snap. Probably snaps the front on if it's straight braking, and it snaps the rear if it's curved braking. It's not... I mean, it always was one of the trickiest cars to drive, I think, for me at least. I've actually driven it the most out of any hypercar when LMU got first launched. And I don't know how many times I went straight on the braking zone with it. Especially at corners like the Mulsanne hairpin. At the end of Sector 2 here at Le Mans. I don't even like how it sounds. It had a sound update and it worsened it for me. Like a year and a half ago or so. I've never been a 8-cylinder sound fan. Unless it's a 8-cylinder from 70s or 60s. Then it sounds good. But well, the Americans can make the 8 cylinders sound very nice anyway. Dear Porsche. Very nice. So 2 laps and a half to go to catch up with Biller, just to get within that 4.5 second window. Guys, do you know if it's 34 or 45 lap race? I think it's right in the middle, but like I have a little bit of calculation here for the average lap time, but it's not working, unfortunately. I don't know what's wrong, but it's showing wrong lap time. Should be calculating the average lap time, but no way I have done 3:20 on average. .34, yeah, it's right on the limit between 34 and 45, I think. So I don't know. I think it was like 27.4 as average of 34. But faster than 27.4 it would be 35. And I think we have been quick on average, so I think I need to prepare for 35. Not a cut, wow. Is that a friendly hello or why is it flashing me? Well, the overlay, tiny pedal, estimates 13 to go here. But that's without the pit stop. We will shorten the race a bit time-wise with the pit stop. So what will Biller do? If he doesn't change tire at all, I'm gonna catch him, I think. I wonder about the used soft. I fear it's never gonna work. It will just overheat. I will lose time to change it. I will lose time when it's gonna heat up for half a lap. And then I will lose time when it's gonna be overheating. Oh, that's... Ooh. That's Biller! Biller in the wall. P1. Gone. Okay. Well, that's unexpected turn of events in this party. I mean, looking at these 3 GT3s, I don't know what to do with them. They look like they're ready to crash me out at any time, but okay, around the outside. I think he he was panicking. He tried to force himself through because three GT3s that are so close together are very difficult. Ooh, okay. Well, lost 10 seconds. Not sure how much damage he got. It took a while to find the reverse. Now let's not mess up. Let's don't mess up the strategy, because I think the Warren mediums on the right could be a problem. Let's keep it 11 laps for the fuel. Now this Peugeot is handling so beautifully. Now they're battling for P2. Tires. Maybe. Not like 54% is not that bad, you know. It's too hot for softs. I'm gonna have what, 52 in a box, and then the last stint will be at least lap shorter. No, I have to keep mediums. There is no way. Softs are not working. New wets, no, thank you. No change. I wonder what went wrong for O'Sullivan and Arda. Like they changed tires and just never recovered from it, or they got some damage in the pit lane. I'm confused. Wets made for the outlap. I mean, if it's one lap to go and you need to take new tires, of course take wets. The pun, sorry, I didn't get it. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, RPM wobbling at high speed, that's backers in action. They go 80 plus, I cannot put softs on, I cannot. So box, 11 laps, no change. I mean, I'm gonna accept the donation of the lead from Bieler, but like it would be a really good battle, I think. I think I would have eventually caught him. I mean, we might now proceed to see him absolutely catching me and passing me easily. It's Packers. It's a bit of floor, but mostly Packers. I mean, RPM oscillating is from the Packers, and then that sound is from the floor. If the mic didn't filter that out. There is Bieler. Oh, I would have to research. that's a very, very convenient GT3. Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, he has every right to expect me to be on cold mediums, doing touring car pace. I actually get so much rotation in high speed now that the tires are a bit pulled down. So, how many laps do we get? 10 more after this, so I think I was correct with the fuel. 35 laps it's gonna be. And people behind took even more fuel. Might need to just lift and coast a little bit. Anderson gonna do the whole race on the same set of tires. I think it was better to take the new mediums from the left. I think it was better. At least that one pair. The curb is activating the TC so much, too much actually. If I click TC override, then I will wheel spin and lose the acceleration. But yeah, this ride in the corners is very bumpy. The bumpiest place on track, I think. Actually, it's a problem for a normal setup, because it's so bumpy, it's impossible to optimize. Like, you would lose so much by stiffening up the suspension to not bottom there, because if you make it eat all the bumps, or like don't bottom over them before in the kink, then you will have problems everywhere else. To some extent, you just have to sacrifice some kph there. Wow. Why is traffic not always like this? Beautiful. I make it good. I mean, it's really a nice car. I think it's one of the best picks. Like, I just fear that the Ferrari eventually is just emerging as by far the best car. Somehow. But this old Peugeot, it's the wingless Peugeot. It's just so pleasant to drive. Still a little bit of understeer on the exit, but that's every hypercar doing it. Be careful about traffic. Well, I got my whole luck of 2026 now in a couple of corners. Better than Valkyrie, I don't know. The Valkyrie is not bad. It's a decent car for Le Mans, but I would have to double check. I will have to go quick with the Valkyrie in some races in the near future. At least for the VMS and Tatum Championships. And potentially some races next week, you know. Yeah, P1 actually crashed at the corner before Porsche curves. It was Arnage, yeah. He was overtaking 3 GT3s that were absolutely glued together. And he didn't manage to find a way through. He went to softs. It would have been such a nice battle, actually. Like, I would be 4 seconds behind him, 5 seconds maybe, after pit stops. And then he would lose 12 seconds due to tire change. And 2-3 extra seconds on the outlap. But then he would be on fresh softs catching me. Run! Understeer. Yeah, BMW is a nice car. It's always good that acceleration, and traction and so on. And it's very balanced, tire wear and temperature wise. And it's bad on the brakes, but that doesn't matter because you are lifting, coasting just marginally anyway to save fuel. And if you do that, you're, well, having lower temperatures anyway. Like if you push it on the brakes, you're having hotter tires. And if you lift and coast, you just automatically decrease the temperatures a little bit. Just less energy being put into the tire through the lap. Yeah, I think BMW, it's a bit tricky at top speed with the way that you have to set up the suspension. I think it's hitting the Packers, or it has to hit Packers more than some other cars, so it can get very bouncy. But it was so interesting. Like O'Sullivan, he got the pole, he looked like he's gonna drive into the distance, but when traffic happened he just lost a bit of... well, he lost the position in kind of unlucky series of traffic events, but then he just didn't have the pace. Just kept dropping down. Like both Arda and O'Sullivan now have, I think, 4 new tires from the first pit stop, or new one on the left and quali one on the right. But they are just not coming closer. Toyota at Le Mans has... it's actually quick on the top speed. And it's a nice car to drive. It's really good with the corners. But I think it's kind of... that 7th gear is a bit problematic. Like it has very short gears and then you upshift to 7th and then you just lose all the power. But you eventually get back. And then it has a really good top speed. But it's bad on acceleration, like the Peugeot. I'm not sure about tire wear. I think it could be quite aggressive on the rears. Suggestions for Fuji. Well, the Cadillac used to be good there. I think there is a Go setup leaderboard somewhere. We need to check it. Like there is a public leaderboard. I think Ferrari was the quickest, but then some cars were extremely close, but I don't know which ones. I know the Glickenhaus is not far off at Fuji. Yeah, Fuji is pretty nice. And the Valkyrie is not good at Fuji. Lambo is not good either. Cars, I think there were some good cars. Within 2/10, let's say. Problem with Fuji in the LMU is that it's a bit outdated. What's going on with my fuel? So we have 8 laps to go. For 8 laps, I need to just save fuel a little bit. We can do that, no problem. The moment when you don't have to brake anymore for Tertre Rouge, which is that fast right kink onto the Mulsanne straight, every car becomes just so pleasant. But if you have to brake and turn in, then the cars complain. Nightbot. Pierre was taken to the jail. Sorry, Pierre. Nightbot is doing stuff. I don't know why that happens. Like, I made the thresholds for everything just so high that... Who was it? Neither. Hello. I mean, for the caps lock there is a limit, but it's like a super high. So I don't know, maybe I just need to make it super ultra hyper high. How setup leaderboards say all cars 28.6? I don't think that's correct. I saw distribution like 28.0, 28.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, like I saw multiple different ones. Okay, this is a bit of a problem. Take it easy. Yellow flag. Ah. Okay. All things that you don't really need when you're leading the race comfortably. Otherwise, I can have a quick check on the non-public spreadsheet after the race. But I mean, there should be laps, there should be hot laps on YouTube, on the Go Setups channel. And then you can see there the lap times. Okay, that was way oversave on the fuel. Toyota and Porsche, of course, yeah, yes. Toyota was 28.1, right? Yeah, just the problem with Toyota is that if you are behind a Porsche or a Ferrari out of last corner, you are in trouble. You will not be able to overtake. You can dive bomb, so... The Porsche is really nice. Maybe too nice, like too smooth. Doesn't give too much FFB because it's so smooth. think BMW is better than Toyota for Le Mans. I would say, I mean, it's all based on just like a couple of laps on basically stock setups on most of the cars, but I think that there is like a tier 1 bunch of cars which consists of probably Ferrari, Porsche, probably the Peugeot, potentially the Valkyrie. Peugeot, by Peugeot I mean this wingless Peugeot. And was there another one? I think there's then the second tier that's just a bit slightly off, which would be Toyota, the newer Peugeot, Cadillac. Maybe Lambo and Alpine. But Alpine is a bit weird one. If you need low wing, then the Alpine is tricky, I believe. I think it's bad on top speed, the Alpine. And the Lambo is very bouncy, as you might know. And you need a lot of curb riding around here. Actually, I think the Lambo bouncing is less bad on the new tires compared to the old. There is Isota as well, but it's not great because it doesn't have much downforce. Glickenhaus is struggling as well with downforce and top speed actually. And then what? Vanwall remaining, but Vanwall is Vanwall. I think I saw one Vanwall in the sign-ups for this event. Lacks like 9 kph, maybe 10. Sorry, need to understeer. But Porsche is really good. I don't really have any setup for it, but on the fixed already it was just flying. BMW I think it's part of tier 1. But that's all based only on full tank base. Yeah, let's see about the new Toyota. Let's see what they even do, because what do you do with a new car in LMU if they don't actually send new data? It's just gonna be, you know, like they will do some placebo clicks to make it feel different. Maybe add a little bit of downforce or improve the lift to drag ratio, and that's gonna be it. Where can you find this tier list? Well, it's only in my head for the moment, and on kind of one spreadsheet that's private within our team that I'm part of, that's still yet to be announced. But I mean, it's, you know, we will see all the lists in the next days by the setup shops, when unavoidably every setup shop releases the data or the setups and lap times for all the cars. Should be on Monday for Go setups. Some other setup shops have already some hot laps. But those quali laps, like, I never liked to look at them. They are not too representative. They are representative, but you know, it could be one quick driver having a lap of his life. I saw a yellow flag and just rather took it easy. And yeah, like it could be one hot lapper just putting together a crazy lucky lap, and then on a different car it could be the other hot lapper doing even better lap, but cutting it in the last two chicanes and then being so fed up with everything already after 3 hours of hot lapping just for a silly video that they just accept half a second slower lap because it's clean enough, you know. Well, maybe not half a second, but 3/10. So it depends so much on the temperatures as well, like what to do with the long run. But I think the Ferrari is never gonna be a bad pick. Porsche, BMW will be good. This Peugeot good as well. Probably Valkyrie as well. Genesis, oof, where it's gonna be? That's a great question. I mean, it depends on how important FIA and ACO think that Genesis brand is, right? Quite an important brand, so maybe more important than Aston Martin in a way. Way bigger of a company. So maybe they will do subconsciously or consciously more effort to make it immediately kind of on pace, even though the Valkyrie is pretty good in real life. For what it is. But one thing is real life, you know, one thing is real life Bob and the other thing is LMU Bob. Even though I heard in the past that older cars like this wingless Peugeot and of course Glickenhaus and Isota and stuff, that they will not be really kept up to best Bob, but rather kept a bit slower. Despite that, they are still sometimes super competitive. So I think Genesis will not be on purpose made slower. Is it Genesis or Genesis? Genesis probably. It's just, yeah, Hyundai squared. But yeah, let's see. I mean, you know, people or like teams in the past have had good success with just gluing together engines or even having a V10 and throwing off 2 cylinders to keep up with the regulations and still winning. Like, what was it? It was Zakspeed, the Viper at Nordschleife, killing the Porsches with the V8 that was just a V10 with removed 2 cylinders from it. They even did they even saw it off or they just deactivated 2 cylinders? Hello Subzi, but yeah, it's gonna be a great class, the hypercars. They wanna unify the rules with all hybrids. I mean, let's see, probably they will try to optimize for less and less costs in the future. Opinion on Alpine Living. I don't know, like I don't understand Alpine. They're such a weird company. Even in F1, the way that stuff has been sometimes handled outwards just feels strange. But it's never a good sign if a team wants to leave. It means they don't have the money or that they don't have the money to freely spend. But yeah, either way, let's see. We have a good selection of teams in hypercar class, so looks very healthy. And it's great that Le Mans Ultimate is right on time for it. It's gonna be 3 laps to go after this. Yeah, let's see for Porsche and Lambo. Let's see. Porsche exit was a shocker. Yeah, that curb is actually quite interesting on the apex. Asian Le Mans Series, oh yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be a brilliant thing to watch. Let's see how many drivers that can actually handle the hypercars they get into the Asian Le Mans Series. Thank you, but I don't have the downforce. For these long corners, especially the first two, sometimes the front just immediately, like suddenly stops working and then regrips. Not sure if it's just the road camber or something else. Vanwall. What is Vanwall doing nowadays? Oh, Vanwall, my old colleagues from LMBS. We've had some nice successes together. My name is still on the trophy that they have at the factory. The Lambo was such a good project, but yeah, I don't know what happened. They just realized they need more money elsewhere. I said Lambo, right? I was talking of Lambo. Either way, 2 laps and a half to go of the race, exactly 2 years after LMU got launched into early access. LMU is still in early access for me. No way around it. It doesn't feel like a finished game. There are so many cracks, but at the same time, it's still the best team to be at for me and for many others. And it's just unavoidably getting better and better. How many racing games or sims have a race before? Let's count again. LMU 1, R Factor 2, R Factor 1 3, F1 Challenge 4, F1 2005. Did I drive? Wait, I forgot which one was the first ISI sim which started all this code. Part of that code we are still racing here in LMU after 25 years. They've come very far for sure, and well, it's funny because today I submitted 2 traces because the game crashed 2 times. in the practice server for this event, so they are still coming far, they will still go far. But it works, it's good enough. And other competitors are failing to do anything meaningful. iRacing reluctant to make a tire. Who knows? Doing... I don't know what they are doing. I don't know what I am doing. And then we have other games and sims that are not going anywhere either, so LMU is just in such a funny situation. Sports car GTA, I had driven those cars, but it was a kind of a conversion from sports cars to F1 Challenge, I think. Just the models taken and the physics taken from there and put in F1C. Fuel is good, base is good. I don't know, like it's crazy. The Peugeot just keeps going. GTA. Okay, I mean, I can go back, further back from F1 1000. I can go further back, but not with physics used for this. Actually, wait. I drove, well, IndyCar Racing 2 from Papyrus. That was my first real sim, if you can call it a sim. Well, they're still simming it today, like GP Labs and Co. doing this force feedback and double frame rate and wider aspect ratio mods. It's crazy. But that's kind of a predecessor to some iRacing code, if I know correctly. So I started on the great-grandparent of iRacing. Switched to great-grandparent of LMU. Luckily. Or unluckily. I don't know. Maybe I would have been better off if I just did iRacing for the whole 15 years of sim racing. Or, well, 20 years. 2007 when I got my first steering wheel. Crazy. Yeah, ALMS for sure. I'm 99% sure. Like, there is no reason why they wouldn't do it. It has not been confirmed anywhere, but I don't see a reason why it would not happen. Actually, wait, it's funny because my joy for this F1 game stuff, or like racing games, or kind of harder core sim racing games, came when that was some cousin of mine whom we ever really meet with. Suddenly, for some reason, like he's 13 years older than me. Suddenly, he just randomly brought a copy, like a CD of, what was the game? It was Grand Prix Free, maybe? GP Free, you know, those of Cramond games. I think it might have been one of those. And then I was like, oh, this is actually good fun. I had to return the CD within some weeks, but I really enjoyed it. So eventually I got presented with F1 Challenge. Actually, I got F1 2000. It had so many bugs I could not really play it, and then I got F1 Challenge. Many years ago. Took me 5 years to go from keyboard to steering wheel. What would have been if I was doing it in 2025? With more support, with more mentorship, with better hardware, starting straight off with direct drive wheels. Ooh. Probably I would go into iRacing and lose my focus and just quit. But I can keep enjoying now. Actually, I have a very funny FFB feeling now. I would need to show you in the Motec, but it's so tiny that maybe it will not show up. It's like, because of the lockup, I think, it's just like bzz, 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 like that frequency kind of coming and going. People greeting me again. I forgot to check. Oh, I am fully out of focus. Oh, that's that's crazy. What kind of instinct was that? Thinking of different things, messing up, slowing down, and because I slowed down, I was safe from potential incident. So yeah, about this FFB feeling on the straights, I wonder if cars like BMW that can withstand more of micro lockups, if they suffer more in the long run from this bzz, bzz. Oh, that's Logie in P20. Illuminati. Oh no. Yeah, if we get IMSA, then it's gonna be just insane. I would love R Factor Ultimate. I really want F1 mod with all the new physics, but not like just kind of put together Formula Pro from RF2. Even though it was a fun mod, I didn't appreciate it as much as the Formula Sim Racing mods that we saw. The Formula Pro was not a mod, it was a DLC. But like a proper F1 car within this physics, oof, lovely would be. But it wouldn't ever happen under this name, so I don't know what I want. But add IMSA to WEC content and we're happy for many years to come. One last lift and coast on 2 final chicanes. And the party has concluded. Cross the line. That's a P1, guys. That's a P1. It was gifted from Biller, but I think I would have got him. So he would be behind me on softs after the pit stop, but he would not be able to catch me because softs were just way too fragile for these conditions. 17.5, I think this is still fully mediums for the long run. Thank you for all the GGs, guys. Much appreciated. Was a fun one. This Peugeot, like, what's going on? Why is it so good? I need to send the setup to Erhan. Maybe he does 1 or 2 clicks, because I think this was kind of nice to drive. I made it slightly softer. I think Erhan really focused on the like ultimate pace, but I just softened it a bit. And I loved the softening. Well, whatever Go setup will be available in a couple of days. Right, couple of replays to see, because this has been a funny one. Wait, where is the... the LMU? Oh, wrong side. This ad board is just like, this is such a brilliant board. I don't know if you can even see it, but this one, I mean, in real life it's there. It's such a good one to have. Okay, well, P1, but let's see, because the start wasn't that great. Start was a bit tricky. Donuts, I didn't do donuts. Sorry about that. Colin, you will have a bit of pleasuring to do, I think. You hope to... I mean, I lifted in the end, right? So... DQ for no donut, uh-oh. So, start. Normally we go to like TC cut 3, 4, something like that. Even lower, 1 or 2. But I went from like 7 or 8 to 4 and the rear just went. That's the worst feeling. You know that you're doomed. And it's such a long run to the turn 1. I mean, Arda didn't have the best of launches either. But he wasn't wheel spinning. Terrible. Kind of got slightly lucky. Too low TC for the 91.2, of course. Arda almost lost it. Over the curb. Wow, what a save. That's crazy. I don't think he was gonna bin it. I think he saved himself across the... What car is this even? Porsche? No, Ferrari. That was a lucky one. Didn't look that dramatic from behind, but it was dramatic. So we were P6 here. And then suddenly... How did we gain all the positions? It's gonna be hard to find everything. I think this one was just on the straight. And then Arda just let me through a bit later on. Yeah, he just let me through, I mean, no big deal. Then we need to watch Biller. We need to watch O'Sullivan. Right. So O'Sullivan was leading, and then something happened to him. This was a weird one. I will send you the J set, Colin. I will send you. Jardier is finished, okay. I will check it all. So O'Sullivan is still leading. Biller behind. Was that the lap? Oh, okay. It was the BMW moment, the micro lockup. It was not so micro. It was a big one. But you know, that's a BMW. It still kind of rotates with it. If this was a Valkyrie or like a Cadillac, this is the wall, like you would be there. You wouldn't stay on track. Nothing micro about it, 100%. So this is Biller, and then... It just fell down, right? Maybe... How was he... Was there a traffic moment? No, I just caught him up. Just overtook it. He didn't really battle me there. Okay. Then we have the Biller moment. Still P1, still P1. Still P1. I wish the gaps worked. Thank you, Jure. Hvala za čestitke. P10 in split 5 of 20. Well, that sounds like a fun race. Biller P1. What am I doing? Still P1. When did he had his... I think it must have been around here, right? Yeah, here he's behind. So lap 22. Lap 23. Eh? Ah, okay. Yeah, this is it. So, here we go. 40% on silver. Oh, ouch. Thank you, Swartzby. Yeah, how did I get it? Well, this is basically how I got it. This is the leader. trying to force himself around of... Is this Leiden? It's Tommy Leiden. Yeah, you will not make it around the outside of Leiden. This is just like... This is not the move that was ever on. You cannot do this. Around the outside and then squeeze in on the exit. This is not ever gonna work. And then he was angry, and then he sent it on the brakes. Well, at least, yeah, he missed the braking point, but it is good on him that he didn't use the GT3 as like a stopping board. Oof. I mean, that was a good recovery kind of from it. Sometimes the crash sound plays, sometimes not. It's a bit late. Why is it late? Anyway, and here I come. Find this Stricken. He's looking for the reverse or what? It took him such a long time. But yeah, like he was on older tire and he was about to take 4 new softs. He would be just behind me but on new tires. It would have been quite a battle. Anyway, that was it. And then we check the other moments. If I can find, I don't know, my Ultra Instinct from lap 30. Was it 33? Am I ever gonna find it? Probably doesn't make sense. Yeah, let's check the battle. Oh, this was close. Last lap of Jardir. Well, I can relaunch it. I can put the music on. Check the gains. Low impact. Oh dear. I mean, it's times 3, so it's a bit loud on the music side of things, I think. Yeah, I hope that the audio was better today. I think the last time was... something was wrong with audio. Oh, that's a lot of red things. Race contact with post. Wow. Why is that here? We made the Peugeot great again. Yeah, let's reload. Oof. Well, I mean, guys, if you don't wait anymore for the replays, then already just thank you for all the chat, for the likes, for the subs, for the tips. Was a nice party. But we keep partying with one more replay. I want to see what happened with Jardir. Was there something else that I wanted to check? Not really. I don't think there was anything really special. It was just a good pace. Peugeot just kept going quicker and quicker. It didn't feel like I have a chance after 1 or 2 laps. Camera a bit sideways. Where did I finish? I finished exactly where I had to finish. The beautiful P1. There you go. The car was on rails, like the balance was insanely good. I don't understand it. Even in high speed, it just drove through the bad aspect of the new tire model, which kind of takes away the front grip on you in the high speed. The Peugeot just could stay with it, and it was just quicker and quicker. Oh. Yeah. No. Yeah. No, I did this move in Le Mans Virtual in the first one, in the last couple of minutes of the race for P2. And the way to do it is not to do this. It's to force the fence, but then you need to be on the outside and you need to really like swing around. But it's difficult because there is no rubber. In LMVS, it was not LMVS yet, it was just the first Le Mans Virtual. it was less of this railroad problem. So we could carry more speed around the outside, but still he was able to carry more. If he had a bit more of a switchback, maybe Volker would defend less, but he would carry more speed and he would be just slightly further ahead and would have the overlap. But here, yeah, he had to back out of it. And then the traffic, of course. Yeah, the defense. Okay. Ooh! Wait, what? Okay, well that's that's the surprising part. So Volker, do these cars have virtual energy? The LMP2s? They don't, right? It was just empty fuel. He even got a tap from a little bit of boost from behind. Yeah, he gained a couple of kph. Okay, that's a nice one. Why didn't he lift and coast a bit more? He had could have lifted slightly earlier, of course. Well, it's easier said than done, you know. GG Shay, how was the BMW? Where has the pace gone? This was a nice one. Oh, yeah, Jardir will be extremely happy after this. It uses V. I mean, I was kind of lifting, coasting a bit, but it felt like it's much easier to save it with the Peugeot. Ah, you are the Schneider. Alright. Well, thank you for a couple of greetings. I can check lap 18. Wait, I'm looking for a GT3, right? .44 flat out. Yeah, that's a bit more. 0.2% more than the Peugeot. Lap 18. Right into it. Lift. Up. And the poor guy. Wait, this was for position, yeah? Wow. I don't know, like. Yeah, the server was spotless. Nah, this is... I don't think... But this is such a weird one. Like, he's coming with quite an overspeed. You are lifting, coasting like crazy. This is such a weird one. Like, how do you call this? Why did he brake so much? So he brakes down to 236. Let's just check lap 17 of his. Just for a double check. He does it with... Well, at this point it's a bit more, but of course he's on the ideal line. I don't know. What? It's such a weird one. Like, how do you call this? Really, how do you judge this? Because like the Lambo, like he was gonna miss the apex a bit. He just broke so much. This is like almost a brake check. But at the same time it's a difficult corner and you need to be safe. Yeah, because he's coming fast and then you expect I don't know. And then at this point there is nothing you can do. You smash the brake. And then the ABS moment comes where the car just like it goes fully into ABS and the tires are just not doing anything. Like there would have to be ABS override button. So you go like this and then you know, uh-oh, I'm gonna go in the barrier. You just smash like whatever button you have. It overrides ABS and then you at least like you're gonna have flat spot, but at least it's gonna stop. Elisea, hello, thank you for the sub. I don't know, a racing incident. It's such a weird one. I don't know. I wouldn't feel like I could easily say this is a penalty. Right. TA, hello. You drove with one tire set from last to first. Wow. You did last to first on one tire set. Oh, that sounds like a very, very good race. No, honestly, the hypercars could make it on one set. You just had to maybe use a bit more traction control, just to decrease that slight bit of wheel spin on exits that can actually, on this new tire model, eat up a lot of rear. I think a significant portion of wear now is on the rears on acceleration. LMU the king, I agree. The early access king, but it's already the king. GT3. How is the GT3 with tires? I don't even know. But either way, Lexus is nice on tires. A bit lower on temperatures than most other cars, so I can imagine it being a really good pick in a good race. Yeah, Lambo expected BMW. Lambo was just trying to survive himself, right? He kind of got scared in the trickiest spot on track, so... well, the Lexus won the race. Did it? No, he didn't. Oh, that was actually a crazy fight. Is this the last lap for them? Lexus, AMG, and two... oh, they were teammates! Teammates with the Astons. They had a race-long battle, right? And they just decided who's gonna win and they kept defending, right? And then you cannot really overtake them. They were like in this formation for the whole race. Every time I overtook them it was two Astons and Leiden. Yeah, anyway. So, how was my race? I can quickly recap it. Messed up the quali bit. I did a double run on softs. I was too cold on the tires for the first run, and I messed up the second run. But the first run was good enough for P3. Then I went to TC4 for start. I almost spun out on the launch. I lost many positions. But then I got them back one by one, and the Peugeot was just better and better. Until the leader, Biller, binned it when overtaking this free. And then it was a nice ride into the night. Okay, well, that was nice. That was nice. One last check of the results. I forgot how many splits there were. Event history. $20 splits of 62 cars. It was a popular event. It was a really good event. Eugene Anderson. I don't really remember this name that much, but he did a solid job. I really expected the Ferraris to be much more prominent in the top 5 at least. Yeah, 20 splits. 20 splits. Didn't feel like too much of a workout, but it still split 1 out of 20, so... Nah, Peugeot was good. Right, well, guys, let me go send the setup around a little bit. And see you actually on Monday. No streams tomorrow or on Sunday, but Monday it's gonna be 60 minutes of Silverstone with the Valkyrie. With the car that doesn't have a rear wing adjustment, but hopefully it's light enough bob-wise to still have some chance, but the Ferrari will be quick. Maybe. Right, well, thank you again for the fun. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, the Jardier versus Folger, that was insane. I saw that. So have a best of weekends and see you next time. Bye bye.